That's right, kids. It's yodeling time because this is Tekken 6 on PS3, and you can configure your main menu screen with a stage and character of your own choosing. And I picked the sheep stage in this alpine meadow, which has yodeling music. Okay, so what I'm here to do today is to play Ghost Battle with 3 of the new characters in Tekken 6. Last time I did 3. Actually, are there that many? Maybe I've lost count. Let's see. Last time I played some Lars, I played some Aliza, and played some Bob. So this time I'm going to play Leo, Miguel, and Zafina. I counted correctly. Lily was new in 5. Or was it 5 Final Showdown? I think it was 5. Alright, so yeah. Wait a second. Who was... Oh. Okay, so... Who should I do first? I guess I'll just go left to right. So let's do Leo. Now I'm going to hit the... You know, I should have done customization first. Oh well, I'm going to hit the square button, which is a punch button. It should be his default costume.
Get ready for the next battle.
Actually, I said his, but Leo's gender is sort of undefined, I guess. They have enjoyed at different times hinting that Leo is possibly male or female, depending on what they felt like suggesting at the time, I guess. I don't know. Leo looks male to me, so I'll probably just mostly refer to Leo as male because I'm a simpleton and I just say what I see. I like that black pig. So I don't, wait, Leo uses the same martial art. I looked this up last time I was playing this game, which was like, what, a week and a half ago? I don't know. And I think Leo uses the same martial art as one or two of the other characters, but I forget what it is. Whoops. Just gonna Google that. But I ran out of time. Yeah, that was sweet. Alright, see, all of the new characters I've played here so far, I mean the 3 I played previously and now Leo, I thought at first I wasn't gonna like, and then I end up liking, and so far Leo's pretty cool. Leo Kliesen.
Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight.
Yo, hang on. I want to find the martial art. Dang it. Gameplay. Leo is defined by fighting style. Practices Baji Guan, Chinese martial art, elbow strikes, blah blah. Okay, Julia and Michelle. Yeah, Julia and Michelle also practice this martial art, apparently, but the wiki says that Leo practices it in its purest form, whatever that means. It implied that Julia and Michelle sort of mix it with another martial art or something. I don't know. Whoop. I don't know the stories of any of these characters. I guess I I skipped past it there on the wiki page because the way they handled story mode in 6 was to make you play through this 3D beat 'em up action RPG thing to get the story, and I'll be darned if I'm going to do that. Why they couldn't have just had story battle per character, I don't know, but they don't. Now, I'm playing this to console myself. Console not being a intentional... Whoops. Oh yeah, there's that button. Oh no, that's not a button. What button is that? That's not a button. Never mind. Because USPS had predicted that my disc-only copy of Tekken 5 that I ordered off of eBay for PS2 was going to be here today, and like Tekken 6 or Tekken 4 that I bought off eBay, actually, it turned out they were incorrect. They were overly optimistic, and what has instead happened, like with Tekken 4, is that they give me an update backdated a couple days ago, I guess, that says your package is late, but it is still on its way and is moving through our system. And then they don't give you an updated prediction as to when it will arrive. So you're like, okay, it has just fallen into a black hole in USPS's system. They're apparently having problems like I have not seen them have before. They blame it on the pandemic, I guess. I guess they're short-staffed. But, so if it's like last time, if it's like with Tekken 4, I will be anxiously awaiting this thing. I love it when it breaks through like that. This package to show up, and it will be about a week late. So it was supposed to show up today, which is a Friday. And, I'm posting this on the following day, Saturday. And if it's like with Tekken 4, that means my Tekken 5 will show up maybe in a week from this Friday instead. So that's great. So I have possibly 7 episodes to fill in before my Tekken 7 gets here, or my Tekken 5 gets here. I was really looking forward to like playing lots of story battles and all that stuff, and exploring the... Dang, I kicked Leo's booty. Oh, I forgot to do something. Oh, I can do that next. Yeah, it turns out that... So I had been playing Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, which is a sort of high-definition port of the PS2... of a PS2 follow-up to Tekken 5 that added a bunch of modes. One of those modes is called Ghost Battle, where... Well, this is Ghost Battle in Tekken 6 here, where you're fighting these sort of simulated players. They're customized with their own customized outfits and names and all this stuff, and little fight histories. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention there and I lost. And so I thought that was cool. That's why I got Dark Resurrection, also because you can buy it on the store and download it and so forth. And that was fun and all, but I eventually found out that Tekken 5, the original PS2 Tekken 5, has Ghost Battle. It's just not called Ghost Battle. It's just called... I think it's just called Arcade Battle, oddly enough. But you still do the exact same thing. It also has character customization like Dark Resurrection, like Tekken 6, which I had not realized. Well, it's not quite like Tekken 6. Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, and I guess Tekken 5, although I haven't seen the interface for Tekken 5's customization. In Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, anyway, there's no graphical display of the customized items that you're configuring. You don't get to see what they look like until you actually equip them on your character and go into the game with them on your character, which is kind of weird. In 6, you at least get these... Oh, that sheep got tossed. You at least get these kind of poorly rendered icons of the items. So you get some kind of clue as to what it is. We'll look at Leo's customization options after I just do some battling. Now I've just been sort of mashing my way through here, and it's going pretty well. Difficulty level is on hard. I'm just... Well, for one thing, I do find that in 6 I have to set it to hard, whereas in, say, Dark Resurrection, setting it on medium was usually a pretty good challenge. But Leo here is just kind of crushing people anyway. Even on hard. I guess I'm just too good. I'm too good a Leo. I'm a natural Leo. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh. Man, the hits in Tekken 6 feel so good. They make these cool noises, explosions, boof. Just the way the fighters react and move when they get hit or hit is so cool. The sheep are impressed, you can tell. So, I haven't been thinking about what I'm doing. That's kind of key for me. I rely on being able to play intuitively. If that doesn't work, I can't play the game, generally speaking. If I have to memorize stuff, that's not good. I hate memorizing stuff.
Get ready for the next battle.
Now you can see how they did take care to make Leo's face when you see it up close. There's a bit of a sort of female roundness and softness to Leo's face. So certainly see how they could get away with making the case for Leo being a male or a female. Leo is here. This costume is pretty masculine, and certainly Leo's figure here looks fairly masculine, but, looks can be deceiving. People can have all kinds of body styles, I guess. Miguel's another new character who I need to try out. I was reading something that was saying Miguel... Oh, no. Miguel is like, he's not supposed to know a martial art. He's just supposed to be a brawler, like a Spanish street brawler, if there is such a thing, which seems slightly unlikely. But I was reading something that said Miguel was one of the more popular of the new characters, which sort of implied that a lot of the other characters were not maybe so popular. And you can certainly see, I was thinking I would not like most of these characters except Miguel, because, Leo's this kind of spindly little dude, or dudette, as the case may be, kind of in a perhaps overly designed costume. Bob, another of the new people, is this just weirdly round, obese character, which is not immediately appealing, perhaps. But Bob's actually a ton of fun to play. Aliza is, she's this cute young woman with pink or purple hair or whatever, but then she pops chainsaws out of her wrists, and turns out she's an android, and that's kind of weird. Who else? Oh, Lars. Lars I really didn't like. He looks like a Final Fantasy reject. Of course, in the story, this is not a spoiler because I only got, right at the beginning of the story mode in the beat-em-up thing before I just got sick of it and gave up. But it looks like Lars and Aliza, the android, are going to have some kind of romance, which is, cool for them, I guess. But Lars looks like a Final Fantasy reject with hair with just, these big protuberances moosed up in it that just go every direction, and he just looks like this real douchey, goofball, but who takes himself way too seriously. At least that's what he looks like. But I found that if you just customize him a little and replace his stupid Final Fantasy reject hair with more normal hair, all of a sudden he looks like a normal dude and he's fine. So that was good. And of course, his fighting is pretty fun. And let's see, Lars, Elisa, Bob. Those are the 3 I tried. So now I'm on the 4th new character, Leo. Speaking of which, let's. Oh, well, let me finish this fight, I guess. Whoop. Oh, I should check out some of his stuff. Like, let's try his throws. That was his left throw. Hey, take it easy, Asuka. Is that Asuka? Oh, dang it, that was supposed to be a right throw. Come on. See, I get myself killed trying to do throws. Trying to do throws, I should say. Dang it, stop ducking. There you go. Well, that was cool. That's his right throw. The thing I don't like about throws in 6, though, is that purple flash effect, which has been in a lot of Tekkens when you throw somebody, but in 6, it's really bright. Alright, and I'm getting killed doing that stuff, so let's just go back to punching. Or kicking. While we're pelted by tomatoes. Squish. Oh, man. Oh, it's because she won a round. That's why I'm like, why isn't this over yet? I let her win a round. That's why, because I was doing stupid stuff. Oh, cool. Whoops. Ooh. I'm flailing a little here. That was messy. I got on the right-hand side. I'm not good. God, I can't talk tonight. It's late. It's Friday night. This is what usually happens. I can't fight from the right-hand side very well because I'm a scrub. Okay, so let's pop out for a sec. So that was his. That was a punch button. I hit the square button to select him. And in these Tekken games, at least these earlier ones before 7, that's mostly how you picked your costume. Most characters had 2 costumes. You pick a punch button or a kick button when you select your character, and that determines the costume. It's kind of an irritating way to do things. So now let's check out his other costume. So I'll select him or her with the kick button, right? So I'll hit X. Leo. Okay. The announcer. I don't know. The pronouncer announces some of the names in these games differently than I would have done. But so maybe it's Leo. Lay, you say day. Oh, hey, we're back in the Teatro de Tomate. Why am I fighting the same character? That's weird. So one thing I had meant to do beforehand was to go download some ghosts. You can actually download ghosts from the internet, and they're based on, it's basically when anybody goes into the online menu in this game, it uploads a ghost version of their customized character. I guess whichever one they've designated as their primary, or whatever it's called. And so that's pretty rad. So you're basically fighting the customized characters that other players have made for themselves. With these ones you download, you can only download up to 100, which is a bummer. I'm not sure how many ghost characters, simulated ghost characters the game comes with, but it's probably, I don't know, 500 or something. Who knows? But you can download another 100. I've downloaded like 15 so far, and I don't see them showing up as far as I can remember. which ones I downloaded and which ones. Anyway, the tricky part about downloading them is that, you know, they have a specific rank, and right now I'm fighting low ranks, so in order for them to have a chance to show up, I would have to download specifically low ranked ghosts, and so that's. But then I think, well, eventually I'll need high rank ghost opponents, so I should have high. So I don't know, it's weird. So this costume's pretty cool. I actually like both of Leo's costumes. He's got like a cow, what would you call it? A cowpoke costume, a cowboy costume, more like I guess I would call it a cowboy costume or a cowgirl costume, if you like, if Leo was wearing a cowboy hat, but he's not. I wonder if you can customize it with a cowboy hat. And then you've got this costume, which is a whole different approach to. It could fit in a Western scenario, I guess. That's kind of a cool costume. It should be pretty easy to accessorize and to color, you would think. Those are some big wings. In Five Dark Resurrection, where customizing characters is much cheaper than it is here in 6. The first thing I did with a Devil Jin character was customize them to have tinier wings, so that I could actually, so that the wings wouldn't block the action. So I found that to be pretty annoying when I was actually trying to play Devil Jin. I almost said Devil Gene. I'm getting myself confused again. Devil Jin's going to be a question in Tekken 5 when I get that for unlocking stuff. Since you unlock Devil Jin by either playing through that game's. Oops. That game's beat 'em up mode, which I don't want to do, and apparently it takes something like 3 hours if you're a decent player, and I'm not even a decent player, so who knows how long it would take me. Or Devil Jin also unlocks if you play 200 matches, apparently, which is fine. I could handle that, but there are stages that apparently only unlock, I think at least 2 stages I would want that apparently only unlock if you actually play through the Devil Within beat 'em up mode. But the question I have, and I have not found an answer to, oh wow, oh no, is does unlocking mean you need to do that in order to get those stages to show up randomly in a ghost battle type mode, or in a team battle mode, for instance, where stages just show up randomly, or is unlocking only necessary if you want to pick that level specifically when you're playing like versus play or something? In some games, that's what they mean by unlocking a stage. So we'll see. Hopefully that's what it is, and I won't care about that, because only modes I'm really going to care about for continuing play after I've done everybody's story battle, or all the main characters' story battle, is team battle for doing 8-on-8 random teams, which is just fun, or ghost battle. It's basically the 2 modes I'm planning on playing here in 6 for the most part. So with Leo, I would probably want to notch the difficulty up another level, and you can change the difficulty on the fly in Tekken, which is pretty sweet. I'm not sure if you could do that right from the get-go. I forget if you could do that in Tekken 1. But you can do it in like Tekken Tag Tournament HD, which is kind of based system-wise on Tekken 3, so I think you can probably do it in Tekken 3 at least. You can definitely do it in Tekken 4 and 5 Dark Resurrection, although in Dark Resurrection, I haven't played 5, but in Dark Resurrection, in Ghost Battle specifically, you can change the difficulty on the fly, it doesn't actually change the rank of the opponents you face. Look at all the fights this Ghost has fought, or supposedly fought. It doesn't change the rank of the characters you face until you quit Ghost Battle mode in 5 Dark Resurrection and restart the mode. So you can change the difficulty on the fly from the pause menu, but it won't actually kind of kick in until you quit the mode and restart the mode. Whereas in 6, if I change the difficulty here while I'm fighting this guy, my next match will take the new difficulty setting into account in terms of who is available, who comes up as the next opponents. So that's an improvement there. So you don't have to quit the mode in order to change the difficulty. You really can change it on the fly, like you would expect. I don't know if that's just a bug in Dark Resurrection, or maybe it's just a limitation of the system they'd come up with, and they didn't at that point have a way around it that was worthwhile for them to try to pull off. It'll be interesting to see what the case is in the PS2 version of Tekken 5. I suspect it'll be like Dark Resurrection, where you can change it on the fly, but it won't actually take effect in Ghost Battle mode or in Arcade Battle mode or whatever it's called in 5 until you quit and restart. But we'll see. We'll see whenever Tekken 5 gets here. Oh, Tekken 5, I miss you. So still pretty much crushing with Leo, not when I start to talk about it. So here's Anna. Now, Anna is one of the characters in 5 on PS2 who is locked a hidden character at the beginning. I think there's something close to 20 characters, 19 or I don't remember what it is exactly, who are available from the start in 5, and then like another 9 you can unlock. Thing is, it's kind of like in 4, where you can unlock them in sequence just from playing through like story battle mode or maybe another mode. So like the first time you play through story battle, it'll unlock, well, in 5 it will unlock Roger Jr., who's the baby kangaroo. And then it'll unlock some non-goofy characters, and then toward the end there's a training bot who's kind of goofy. There's the panda bear, or the bear. And so in 4, the only goofy characters in 4 were the bear and the training robot. So I didn't want to unlock them because I didn't want them to come up in random teams in random team battle. I don't know why I'm talking about this again. This is the last time I'll talk about it. Because it's really long and nobody else cares, I know. So in 4, I didn't unlock the last few characters, but in order to do that, I had to settle for not unlocking Heihachi, who is not necessarily a goofy character. In fact, he's the boss, but I couldn't unlock him without unlocking the kangaroo, and I did not want the kangaroo. Or no, not the kangaroo, the bear. I didn't want the bear. There's no kangaroo in 4. 4's sort of styled as a more realistic Tekken anyway, so that kind of made sense to me not to have goofy characters. So I just went for that style in 4. But 5, I could theoretically do the same, except the way it appears, I might have to not unlock any of the characters, because the very first character who it looks like unlocks is the baby kangaroo in his mother's pouch with boxing gloves on. Unless, like in 4, you can unlock some of the characters directly without having to go through the sequence of unlocking characters, which would always unlock the kangaroo first, because in 4 this was not documented on GameFAQs, where it lists such special unlockable things. But I found that you can unlock certain characters in 4 by completing the story battle for certain other characters. For instance, doing Steve's, if the very first time you play story battle you play as Steve, then instead of unlocking, or any time you play Steve, it'll unlock the same character, but instead of unlocking who's the first one who unlocks in 4? The panda, I guess. Instead of unlocking the panda, it will unlock... No, maybe that isn't the first one. Anyway, let's just say it was the panda. Instead of unlocking that sequence first character, if you play through as Steve first, it will instead unlock Nina Williams every time. Every time you play as Steve, it will unlock Nina Williams. Unless you already have Nina unlocked, maybe? Then it might unlock the panda? I don't know. So there were certain characters in 4 who could unlock certain other characters without having to go through the sequence and unlock characters I might not want. So that was cool. So in that way, I was able to unlock 6 of the 9 locked characters without having to unlock the... that could have been a bigger combo, obviously. The bear or the training robot. So that was cool. So the question is 5 set up to do that too? It seems like it probably is. The reason why certain characters would unlock when you played certain other characters was because that was how those characters' stories were related, and sort of led into each other. So it made sense that if you played Steve in 4, for instance, it would then unlock Nina, because Nina's story is directly tied in with Steve's. So it makes sense at that point to have Nina accessible to see the sort of other side of that story. So hopefully there's stuff like that in 5 that'll let me unlock some of the other characters without unlocking, for instance, the baby kangaroo. Well, we'll see. The other wild card there is one of the last characters to unlock in the sequence is Heihachi, and apparently, oh wow, cool costume. Apparently to unlock, let's see, what is it? Oh, to unlock just the random select option in 5, the cheats list on GameFAQs says you have to unlock Heihachi. And he's one of the last sequence characters to unlock, so that might mean I have to unlock just about everybody just to get the random select option, and that would be something I might need for playing random battles in Team Battle, except maybe you don't, because Tekken games have this convention for Team Battle where there's a shortcut to... Instead of having to hit, say, for an 8-on-8 team battle, instead of having to hit the random selection button or icon for every character on both teams, or whatever, you can just hit it's the start button in 6 and no, it's the start button in 4 and 5, and it's the select button in 6, I think is how it goes. And that will automatically randomize both teams completely. So I'm hoping that would help. That would mean I could do that without needing the actual random selection square unlocked, but we'll see. So there's all these stupid things I'm wondering about in terms of how I'm going to go about unlocking certain characters and things in Tekken 5 once it finally gets here. What I'll probably do at the beginning is just unlock all the characters and play through the story battles sort of in sequence along the rows of characters in the character selection list. Just unlock everybody, and then even the goofy characters, and then although wait, no, I wasn't going to do that because that's right, I was thinking I would actually just go through them in sequence, and then each time I unlocked a goofy character or a character in the sequence, I would reload my save. But if I unlocked one of the other characters because it was a story link from another character, then I would, make a note of that and keep that character unlocked. And that way I would find out which characters unlock other characters. And I would, I guess, in that scenario, just not end up playing the story battles for the goofy characters. I didn't in 4. And, I guess if I was really cared about going through all of the story, I would, but I don't actually care that much. I do kind of enjoy going through the stories and seeing the silly stuff, but I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on characters I don't intend to play anyway. And goofy characters tend to have really goofy stories. Oh no, well, I was on the right-hand side, which was bad. Wait a second. He's got a black mask, that's cool. Man, what's with this music track? This is some J-pop, I guess. Or wannabe J-pop, I don't know. I don't know what J-pop is. Probably just something I made up. Oh, King of Kings. Ugh. Duh. Oh, he's 4th Dan. How did I get a 4th Dan opponent? Ow. So here we may see one downside to Ghost Battle, which is sort of annoying that they did not handle a little better, maybe. Unless they wanted to put you through this, but see how it goes here. Now you can, before a new match comes up, you've probably been noticing there's a list of 3 characters that comes up, and you can pick one of those 3, and they tend to be a higher ranked character at the top, middle ranked character in the middle, and a lower ranked character below, like here. So it's actually starting to give me really high ranked characters, and I'm only 6th Q. Oh well, so that's because I have it on hard. So I guess that's why it was easy early on, because it sort of scales based. 6 does some interesting scaling based on your current rank, which is actually kind of nice. 5 Dark Resurrection doesn't do that very well. Doesn't scale based on your rank very well. But 6 does, so hard starts off, and it is scaling up some, but it's still a pretty low rank. But now it's really starting to kick up to higher ranks, and I'm probably going to start running into trouble. The problem I was alluding to was that, so if I lose to Bruce Samantha, I can't even say the name, Bruce Samantha !, here. I think what will happen, this is definitely what happens in Dark Resurrection, is that the only option I'll have will be to continue, and rematch Bruce Samantha. Well, the only other option besides that is just to quit the mode entirely. So that's kind of clunky. I mean, there's no penalty for quitting the mode. It just means you have to restart and repick your character and load back in and all that. Whereas what they could have just done was let you, pick from different opponents to fight instead of Bruce Samantha, who just beat you. But I don't know. They decided not to do that. They make you restart the mode if you want to bail on Bruce, or whoever it is. I think that's how 6 does it. I haven't lost yet, so we'll see if I lose. Oh, yo. I got promoted. Now, one thing that they changed in... Okay, I'm going to quit. They changed in 6 here is that you can only get up to first Dan rank, which is ranks go from 10th queue, counting down to first queue, then to first Dan, then counting up to 10th Dan. Then after 10th Dan is where you get the funky named ranks like Brawler and so forth. In 6, the highest rank you can get offline is first Dan. So that's kind of a lowish medium rank, actually. So I was afraid that, does that mean I won't be able to fight really challenging AIs unless I went and ground online matches, which would be hard to do these days anyway. But I don't think so. I tested notching the difficulty up to the highest difficulty level, and that was giving me pretty crazy high rank opponents, so I think it's still okay. Alright, so let's check out customization, which you have to a little unintuitively go to profile to do. And then you have to find your little portrait of the character you want. There's Leo. One nice thing here is that at least here you can see how many costumes there are, because some characters actually have more than one costume, and you would have to select those when you went to play the character. You'd have to select those by pressing one of the other punch or kick button. Anyway, you wouldn't necessarily know they're there ever, but at least here in 6, that was in, say, 5 Dark Resurrection. Here in 6, though, at least if there was a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th costume for Leo, it would show it. It would list it here. So you wouldn't necessarily know what button selects it, but you would know it was there, and you would know at least that, okay, then I can go hunt for which button, trial and error which button will load it in an actual match. But it's still sort of irritating. Alright, so the 1 PM model is the cow person one, and that's the sort of, I don't know, diplomat one or whatever it is. So let's see what we got. They did a weird thing with these, which is that there's all these color variants that just spam the list instead of just having it in one icon, and I don't know, it's kind of weird. Especially since, well, other things you can just color. I don't know, it's confusing me. It seems like they could have handled colors a little better. It is at least free to change the sort of basic colors on your character, although you do that through a separate interface, so that's confusing as well, but at least it's free. Whereas, like, oh, look at this, 100 or 1,000,000 G to get spiked pink hair. Now, all of the hours that I've played this game so far, which I don't know, is maybe 6, I've earned, well, I currently have 274,000 G. Now, I've certainly spent some, but not all that much. So anyway, you earn the money in 6 extremely slowly, and stuff is extremely expensive. So it's a little off-putting in a way. Kung Fu hairstyle, that looks kind of neat, but see, you don't get a good view from these thumbnails. It's poor lighting, it's tiny, there's overlays on it, it's not great. So there is no cowboy hat. That's a little strange. Like, you get the newsy cap, but that doesn't go with a cowboy outfit. Give me a cowboy hat. This isn't a cowboy hat. You'd be laughed off the ranch with that. Oh dear. It seems like a lot of the characters share the same glasses, which I guess is fine. Some of these look alright, you know. Choker, that's a good option. Oh, all he's got is a choker, or she. So, oh well. If you could only have one option for upper body, I guess choker's the one to go with. Hoodies. Wait, a hoodie for this guy? So you're not really accessorizing. Well, that's the thing. Like, these things tend not to be accessorizing the costume you've selected. They apply to all the costumes, or at least as many as some costumes can't be edited. But these things tend to apply to all of the costumes that you can edit, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of weird. So, hoodies and jackets. What's this? Denim jacket? That would work for staying in the Western theme. In fact, it would work even better than that sort of modern jacket. That's cool. They got some flames on it. Of course, it cost 720,000 G's. Tribal jacket. I don't know about that. Wow, Leo has a lot of jackets actually, relative or upper body things relative to some of the other characters I've seen so far. Man, it keeps going. Night coat, okay. Leather hoodie. White parka. There's only one color parka, but I guess you can tint it. Oh no, here we go. Oh, wait. Parka white looks a lot like leather hoodie green, except for the color. Did they just call the white one a parka and the others are leather hoodies? That's weird. Yeah, Leo's got a lot of upper body stuff. That's good. Just plain leather jacket, yeah, baby. Don't know about this thing, but I guess you could probably make it work somehow. Yeah, Leo's got a ton of stuff. I mean, how you would ever earn the money to buy all this just for Leo, I don't know. Now wait, you can preview these. Unless you can only preview what they look like on your character if you have enough money to buy them, which is weird. And not... This interface is all... it wasn't very well thought through. Even though it does have... At least it has some kind of graphical preview of the things. Unlike in Dark Resurrection, which is just text. It's still got a lot of room for improvement. Which they did in some ways in the next game, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, but that there's still plenty of interface issues in that. And then 7's is probably a little better, although I think it's actually got fewer options than Tekken Tag Tournament 2, the customization mode in Tekken 7. Oh, that's interesting. So you can have one of these jacket things, but then you could put on a no jacket thing over it, which would in theory strip off the jacket and leave you with... Do all of those jackets have different undershirts? I mean, what would that leave you with? It's sort of like Virtua Fighter 5 has sort of similar thing. Actually, Virtua Fighter 5 does have a similar item you can get for certain characters that does just that same thing. Mittens, sweet. It's what every cowhand needs around the ranch. Kung Fu gloves. Did they really wear these back in medieval Chinese times? They look kind of modern. I guess you can have modern stuff that's Kung Fu stuff, right? Plaid pants, holy moly. Zebra print pants. Actually got a fair number of pants. Long shorts. Yeah, the other characters I'd looked at before this did not have this many pants and coats. I was getting a little worried actually, because so at least this is a decent selection. I mean, aside from style, potentially. These are generic. Most characters have these that I've seen so far. Same with these, although the musket I have not seen before. But broadsword and Chinese sword, all the characters I looked at had those. Same with these on the other side. Aura is just like a silly glow. I hate that stuff. Hair. Oh, so now this was one. See, this was one thing that hinted that Leo is a female, because I read about this, because his hair has a base for a ponytail and pigtails, whereas what I was reading said that the males, the outright male characters, do not have the pigtail base and the ponytail base. But I could have sworn one of the others I was looking at the other day did, but maybe I was actually looking at Eliza. I don't know. The hair options in this game seem kind of cool. You can really, you can sort of construct a hairdo quadrant by quadrant, I guess. I would kind of, maybe just having whole hairstyles would be a little more straightforward, but this certainly offers a lot of options. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 had a hair editor with options similar to this, and it just I was kind of stunned when I first saw it. I was like, oh my gosh. Because I was used to Virtua Fighter 5, 5 Final Showdown, where you just, it's just sort of single piece hairstyles, and you pick from a big list, and most of them are bad. Okay, well, so kind of a lot of street clothing type stuff for Leo, mostly. There's a Kung Fu thing and not an outright cowboy thing, though. No cowboy hat. That is kind of disappointing. And then the other thing you can do, well, and for free, is tint. Well, you can't tint the hair color. Oh, you would have to do a base item. So you can't tint his or her current model specific, costume specific hair. I would have to give them these generic hair, and then I could tint that, right? Okay. But then you can also tint the default colors. Oh no, you can't. Oh yeah, you can. It's similar to 5, where each costume is actually composed of, in the main, 3 colors, and you don't know what they are. You don't know, well, it's easier in this where you can actually see the colors and the costume at the same time. You couldn't do that in 5 Dark Resurrection. So you can actually see, okay, this is probably the color of the sort of bottom part of the sleeves and the jacket and so forth. This is, I don't know, actually. But you can change it for free, so I could change it to purple, and then I could see. Although you have to remember. Okay, so I guess it's that. You can turn on a viewer and then hold circle and rotate. So yeah, it's the outer part of the jacket. I don't want to do that. Why this is gray instead of white here is a question. And this is maybe the pants? I guess the pants. So you can change some of the parts of the costume. But not all of them. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, that stuff at least is free. In Five Dark Resurrection, you had to pay a little money to change the colors. And you couldn't even tell what they were going to change, so it was this guessing game, and you were spending a little money each time. Alright, well, Leo's cool. Oh, let's go, before I jump on to the next new Tekken 6 character that I want to check out. What are we doing? Oh, I didn't mean to, okay. Online mode. See, it's doing the auto upload of my ghost, which it should already have, because I haven't changed, oh well, who knows. And then, go here. Yeah, so I'm not sure what, I mean, it says top 10. I'm not sure what that's based on because these are all different ranks. So who knows? But, you can look at these characters, you can download their ghosts. It's a bit of a laborious process. But if I was going to download some right now and I wanted them to have a chance of showing up now that I'm playing these new characters, I guess I would have to download fairly low rank. Like, what did I get my just now? Arg. Okay, it says in my status thing over there, at least I can see it there. So I got up to 5th Q with Leo, so if I could find any ghosts I could download now that are 5th Q-ish or beginner, but then the question is, how customized is this beginner's character in terms of how they look, you know? If I could find some in the upper Q range, that would be better. Oh, here's a 6th Q. They've got a lot of ghosts. Most characters I've seen just have one. These two. And then I hit the square button, I guess. So I wonder what this, I guess it's their most recent, I don't know. Like if I look at, say, this guy, it's a higher rank than I want, but they may have another, no, see they don't, they only have one. If I hit filter, oh, filter though is not, yeah, it just does that. Oh, that's me. Right. So other people presumably could, in theory, be downloading my ghost, but I'm such a low rank that I'm never going to show up. Actually, that would be a good way to get to, potentially to get to characters who are more my rank to download their ghosts, or players to download their ghosts. Like here's some 8th Qs and 9th Q. Except, so if I changed my default character to the Leo I just had. Okay, wait. This is kind of too complicated. How do I change? So I have to go to profile. Set to Leo. Oh, did I remember to look at the 2P model? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Alright, so now it says over on my profile 5th Q, so in theory if I went to, but actually I need to do this for Leo's 2P model. Just want to see if the items are different. Nope. Not really. No. No. So yeah, items don't seem to be different. Oh, I thought do I remember seeing some that were? I don't remember. It seems the same. Well, anyway, I don't want Leo to be my main character, but at least this way, see, this is clunky too. This is sort of just a hack, so I can jump to possibly ghost ranks to download that are more of the rank I want. It's so goofy. And now I will filter, hit the square button, it'll jump to me. No, it hasn't updated. How do I make it update? Gosh, dang it. R1, new replay list. Update this. Download my updated character. Okay, so that says 5th Q, so it's wrong. I mean, the one it showed before was wrong. That's goofy. Oh no, don't do that. I don't need to see the PSN profile, for gosh sakes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think I broke it. Come on. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to hit the PSN button. Oh wait, no, PSN buttons. Oh good, okay. Ooh. So don't do that. Don't do player profile. I mean, I could download my own thing as a ghost. That would be funny. Okay. So now in theory I could end up fighting my Leo, who I have not actually customized. But it didn't get me the updated rank I wanted. I guess I'd have to wait until whenever it updates this list. Anyway, it's more in the neighborhood I want, I guess. I could download some 8th Q. Oh, 4th? No, that's a little too high. I want like a 6th or 7th. Here's just 7th. We'll take them. I know this is really exciting. You can just skip ahead to the next category on the play bar and the video here. Okay. Jancock 2401. So these are all ranked by date. Where's the 6th Q? They really could have made this much more streamlined for just downloading ghosts. But they did. I wish you could have just come in and said, like, you know, grab me 200, you know, low rank ghosts. Or if it would just do that on its own if you left it alone or something. Emmington 007. Let's hope you have some cool stuff. I mean, of course, the problem is that people who aren't higher rank, I mean, you earn money so slowly. How do you even have time to earn money to customize your character much, you know? You can change the colors. And that's really why I'm getting these, is for the just having different looks to fight against. And names, I suppose. Findango 1. That's a good name. I do wish... Actually, I'm not sure. It might... I'm not sure if it... if there's an easy way to distinguish when ghosts come up between actual player ghosts and the fake ghosts. Like, is it a different color on the name for downloaded ghosts versus, you know, the built-in fake ghosts? I don't know. I don't think it is. Could be. Okay, just gonna do a couple more of these. One more, in fact. I won't download all 75 other ghosts I can download now. Let's see if I can find a 7th. Here we go. Give me that Heihachi. See, I don't really want to leave Leo as my main character because he's not as fun looking as Marduk. He looks like a sheep or she. Maybe once I customize them, they'll look more interesting. But right now, I guess I could see what the color tinting does. Why don't we do that? Oh, it's confusing. So they're all three white. Well, that's helpful. What if we go black? Okay, that's the shirt. Whoops. Oh, dang it. Yes. These aren't very colorful looking colors either. I don't think these are very accurate to what they come out as necessarily. Like, is this really this dull a red? No. Why can't you get the colors a little closer? Anyway. Whoa, this one is 2 tones or what? I guess it's like a border color or something. Or the shoe color? Is that what it was? Alright, well, it's looking more interesting. I mean, I don't know why I find black that interesting, but you'll get sick of me changing characters to black clothes. Kind of a gold. That's kind of cool. Looks like K Prime from KOF. K Dash, I guess. I like how it changes the little pocket kerchief color. Why are there two black? What? Why isn't that white? Why is it... wait, why am I on color 2 again? Wait a second. Oh, I see. Costume color 3 with color 2. But there's a bug. This is just a bug. It's supposed to be white, but down below it looks gray. What is happening? Oh, the kerchief is still red anyway. So do I want... black gloves, or do I have a little touch of color? That's kind of a cool color. It's a little yellowy. It's a little too power glovey. Oh, the yodeling. Maybe I will do this one. Or just go black. Nah, it's boring. The hands kind of disappear. Alright. I wish I could tint the hair color, but I can't, can I? I would have to buy... You do have to buy the default hair, like I did for Lars. It's not expensive. Well, it's too complicated. Alright, well, let's leave Leo there for now, I guess. He's still pretty tiny and boring looking, or she. Alright. Just leaving them there for the 5th Q rank. Although actually Marduk being 7th Q is kind of more in the mid-range of where I'm fighting through right now. In terms of who I want to find to download. So I probably should just... there. Dog. I don't remember. I forgot that Marduk has 3 costumes. That's the one, but now I'm curious as to what the 3rd one was. Ew. Alright. Jeez. Oh, Marduk's 4th Q. Whoops. Well, that's less helpful than I thought it was, actually. Oh, well, who cares? Man, that yodeling kind of gets in your brain after a while, doesn't it? Okay, Miguel. Let's do his punch costume.
Get ready for the next battle.
So see here I'm on hard. I'm a beginner. It gave me an 8th Q. Beginner is 10th Q in effect. So even though I'm on hard, it only gave me an opponent who's 2 ranks above me, which is not much. Whereas later, when I was more like 5th Q, it was giving me characters who were way above me, like probably like 20 ranks above me on hard. Oh no. So this is Miguel, who's just a brawler. Let's see what his moves are called. Bombo. Blanco. I don't know what that means. It's just funny sounding. Trinidad. Alright, whatever.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
I like this stage, although the lighting in here is so kind of awkwardly dark. Dunked. I can't see Miguel's face right now. It's the only thing that was annoying me a little. Ooh, that's a nice little elbow launch. Ow! Oh, there's her maybe a bound move. Ew. Just breaking stuff. They'll never invite me back here.
You win. Keep it up and you'll get yourself killed.
The lip syncing was off.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oops. Oops has fought 12 fights. Oh, it's a blue bear. That's cute. Ow. Oh, this is why I don't like fighting bears. They're large. And goofy.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
I don't know about this music track. Kind of butt rock, if you'll pardon the expression. Or if you don't pardon it. Let's see what his throws look like. I love how the stupid purple flash is not really centered on anything a lot of the time. There it was. That was kind of a cool throw animation. Just a ring around the rosy. Bonk. Yeah, that's a good throw animation.
You win.
And I was thinking, man, you could ring people out really easy with that, but then I remembered, see, that's not quite as convincing. I remember that Tekken does not have ring outs, does it? At least not 6. I don't think. I was thinking Virtua Fighter. Wow. Oh, oops, it's schooling me. Oh, yeah, whoop it up, oops. I like the blue, though. That's pretty cool. Dang. This 7Q bear is blocking everything. Whoops, what was that, a taunt? That was both punches. He's just gonna punch with both fists. He's got little belts on his elbows.
Get ready for the next battle.
Kind of a fancy costume. Beef Boy 12. Two losses, no wins. Hi, Beef Boy. Sweet shades, though. It's actually kind of a cool costume. I dig the sort of mustard color short shorts. Or is it a mini skirt? It's a mini skirt. Yeah, it sure is. Why did Miguel fall down?
Round 2. Fight.
Short shorts would have been more practical, Beef Boy 12. Oh, it's my big promotion chance. I can't let you beat me, Beef Boy 12. Oh.
You win.
Yeah, punch the floor all you want. It's like a anime song. Actually, yeah, I think it's meant to sound like that Ghost in the Shell TV series soundtrack or opening song. He's got such a soft voice.
Get ready for the next
You can barely hear it. Actually, with the way I have to turn down the game volume for, oh no, it's a green kangaroo. It's a green baby kangaroo and green mother. You probably can't hear his voice on the recording. Take that, alien kangaroo, you super Skrull kangaroo. Whoa, I'm just gonna... Whoa, what? See, I don't want this nonsense. But, so as of Tekken 6, they stopped making you unlock a big chunk of the cast by playing through various parts of the game, or the same part over and over. Because prior to this, like in Tekken 1, I think it's got something like, Tekken 1 has like 8 or 9 characters to start with. But then for each one you play through arcade mode, or whatever they called it, with, it unlocks another character. So you actually, in the first Tekken, you doubled the size of the cast just by playing through the game. Which, at the time, I mean, that was on PS1, it must have felt like, holy cow, I've just doubled the amount of stuff in this game. I mean, that's pretty cool. It certainly felt that way to me when I was playing it here in this latter day, even. Because I only came to Tekken like 3 months ago. I had ignored Tekken all this time. And now I'm having lots of fun with Tekken. Not that I want to go back to Tekken 1 and 2 or the PS1 classic versions, but I will once I get Tekken 5 for PS2, because that's got the arcade versions of Tekken 1 through 3 in it. So I'm looking forward to checking those out, especially since I don't have a version, well, I don't have Tekken 3 for PS1 right now, because there's no downloadable version of that, because it's got a silly licensed anime dinosaur in it or something. So I'd have to buy the PS1 disc of that, and I don't really feel like doing that, but I can at least play the arcade version that's included with Tekken 5. So that's cool.
Round 1. Fight.
Bang. Whoa. So I'm not finding Miguel quite as simple to start crushing with as I was Leo. In fact, Leo is probably I've had the easiest time crushing people with of any character I've played so far. Well, now I got a pretty good roll going there. I mean, I was gonna say I can see why I like Miguel. Then I was thinking I can see why Miguel was popular. And hopefully those two are the same thing, because you really can kind of just play Miguel in this, what I, generously perhaps call intuitive style, and what others maybe more accurately would simply call a button mashing style, which is always the sort of accusatory thing to say about Tekken, which is that it's button mashy, but it kind of is. And certainly Miguel feeds into that aspect, which is pretty brilliant if you think about it. Just go with it. I love that sort of dunk punch he has. Oh, dang it. Stop blocking. Actually, that is a cool throw animation. It looked a little weird on... Who was I doing it on before? Nina? That looked really good.
You win. Get ready for the next battle.
Alright, let's do one more and then go check his other costume out. Oh, it's the big wings.
Round one. Fight.
Yep. Wait, was he shooting his laser at me? Was that what that sound was? Uh-oh.
You win. Round two. Fight.
I like this stage too. I like a lot of the stages in this game. They came up with some really cool designs for stages in this. A lot more ambitious designs just from a visual point of view than you kind of had in 5. Not that 5 doesn't have some nice looking stages, but they aren't quite as creative in terms of where it places you and the sort of view you have. Of course, they had more advanced hardware to work from. Certainly helps. Or does it? Maybe not. Alright. See, Ghost Battle is just kind of like, I wish every game had a mode like this, and it's even more just easy to sort of groove along in than quest mode in Virtua Fighter, where that is sort of constantly requiring you to really stop and think about things. That's kind of the nature of Virtua Fighter compared to Tekken anyway, I guess. So, no. I wish it didn't kick you all the way back out to there, but that's kind of weird. So now I'm going to select Miguel with the kick button. Why did it put me over on Marduk? That's weird. I guess because I set him back. Yeah, I picked him back up for my profile, but not for Ghost Battle. Weird. Alright, so X button, kick button. A long fur coat or something. Bayek. Wow, Bayek does not look very good. That was a very awkward looking model. It's just, he was not standing naturally. His joints were not placed naturally. Maybe it's just he's got such a simple costume they couldn't really disguise the sort of crude skeleton he's based on. I mean, look at those shoulders. That's not a real human joint system. Whereas Miguel, he's got this big coat that can maybe disguise it a little better. I don't know. I mean, Miguel looks like it's a little more than that. Maybe Bayek does have his own costume or skeleton, and it's just not very well done. This is one of the, you'll notice, rather creative stages. Although, I mean, when you see this, I saw this on YouTube. I was like, oh my gosh, the landscape's on its side and all broken up. This is crazy. There's a fighter jet flying past, but it's actually surprising once you're playing on it, like how easy it is to just overlook all of that. And really all it feels like is that you're fighting on a balcony. I'm sure there's some sort of stuff in the air in the background, but you aren't, at least I'm not really able to notice that while fighting. It just feels like, yeah, I'm on a balcony. So it's actually not that interesting a level to fight on. It's kind of too bad the balcony doesn't break and you fall somewhere. Whereas this level, this stage, I mean, this is definitely different. You definitely feel it somewhat while you're fighting, at least, because you're squishing in tomato paste with every step. All these people, there's just tomatoes constantly raining down. I'm gonna get my nice furry coat all tomato-y. See, now this costume, I wish I could take off the coat, and I wonder if it has a no coat option, but I guess it probably doesn't, because it doesn't really work that way anyway. Miguel, you're kind of a weirdo. Like, why is he dressed in sort of period costume? Aside maybe from the coat. So wait, that was a 9th Q? Why did it give me a 9th Q opponent? Now, see, Steve has the same awkward shoulders that Bayek had. So I suppose it probably is just the coat that Miguel's wearing that helps. But then again, his other costume did not have a big coat, and it didn't strike me as looking that way. I don't know. Oh, well, actually, no, I know what it is. Duh. These, see, like this Marduk is the same model used in Tekken 5. They just, I mean, so this Marduk model pretty much dates back to the PS2. I think. I mean, it's the same one that's in Dark Resurrection, and I imagine those are pretty much the same as the ones in 5. Aside from maybe different poly counts, because Dark Resurrection's based on the PSP version, which would be lower polys. But but Miguel is new to Tekken 6, so he is a more recently created character model, and looks like benefits from a more naturalistic character skeleton. Although Marduk's pretty good too. He doesn't have that same. He's got his own problems. Like if Marduk raises his elbow up above his head, you see kind of this weird puffing out of the lower part of his arm, like his tricep area. It kind of puffs out really weird. Just the weighting is a little wrong under his arm when he raises it. And you see that exact same artifacting in Dark Resurrection, so that's how I know for sure that it's the same model. It's got the same little bug. The same base model, anyway. They redid the models for the next game, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and I actually don't like how they redid Marduk. His Tekken Tag Tournament 2 character model is just not as distinctive. Like his body style in 5 Dark Resurrection, anyway, and 6 is really noticeably different. You know, his big wide shoulders, relatively narrow waist, just sort of big upper body, sort of hunched over slightly. And in his new character model they gave him in tag tournament, it's just more of a generic body style. He's still large-ish, but not the big wide upper body relative to narrow waist that he has in 5 and 6. And he's also doesn't have the sort of hunched over shoulders either. Take that, Fury, aka Lars, with your Final Fantasy hair and costume. I mean, look at that cape. Come on. But it's amazing how if you just change the hair, he suddenly looks so much less goofy. Speaking of goofy,
Get ready for the next battle.
Fisherman. So yeah, I guess I have kind of gotten into a pretty good groove with Miguel here. Brawling away. Uh-oh. What was that? Hey! I was reading, somebody was saying this stage was their favorite stage, and it's certainly busy. It's kind of cool when you can see out over the city there and all the different colored lights, but like just this view is kind of ugly. But certainly a lot going on, I guess. Can't argue with that part. Cool music. The rain effect looks really good. And then there's just explosions.
You win. Round 3.
But yeah, see these character models like Eddie here that came from back in Tekken 5. Do have that sort of squared shoulder problem. Marduk came from back in 5 as well, but they made a whole separate skeleton for him. And I think the models in Tekken 7 are still based on the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 models, except for the new Tekken 7 characters, of course. I guess some of them could be.
Get ready for the next battle.
Of course, then a guy like Bob here in Tekken 6, who's new, he has certainly his own figure. Oh, he could be using a similar skeleton, and the squared shoulders are just hidden by all the weirdly puffy simulated fat. Oh, Bob, it's hard not to think of you as a weird puffy punching bag. But he is fun to play. I didn't think he would be, but he was. Whoa. And Miguel's fun to play, so I only have one character left to see if they're fun to play, and I think they probably will be. Whoa. Oh no! Of the new characters. And I've played most of the other characters in 5 Dark Resurrection, but, well, about a little over 2/3. Stage has nice music. I always get so distracted by the really bright lighting. I wasn't thinking about the music. What was that? Kidney punch. that looks sad. Poor Bob. Alright, that's good. So Miguel's cool. Let's look at his customization, shall we? And since I'm the one driving, we shall. Where you at, Miguel? There you are. Just the two costumes. Oh dear. Sexy Matador specifically. Fedora, that's cool. And wow, that's ornate. Feel like he's been stereotyped. So wait, Matador. There's Sexy Matador and Matador. Matador hat is flatter. Sexy Matador hat more curved. 1.5 million. They're both 1.5 million. Alright, man. Whatever. Or you just get him a ponytail for a cheap 600,000. Sports cap's only 80,000, but that looks dorky. So you look dorky for cheap. Glasses. Oh, he doesn't have that many glasses, but he doesn't have... Oh, no, he does have some of the goofy ones. Sports sunglasses. Well, I guess, like, were we just looking at before this? Leo, didn't he have, like, a whole set of a single glass style with just a bunch of colors, probably? Eye patch. Alright, well, that's all you need. But it's only, it's 2 million. 2 million for an eye patch. Gosh dang it. They know what I want. They know how to make me grind. Or, well, maybe. We'll see. It's really hard to see these from the thumbnails. So he's actually got different facial hair. That's kind of cool. Oh, see, why weren't the others zoomed in like this? Come on. You can barely see. You can't see the scar in the thumbnail. Anyway, that's different. That's kind of cool. What the hell? Muscle shirts. Ah, okay. See, Miguel would actually look pretty cool in a muscle shirt. Certainly a lot of different options. So you can't really see this tattered shirt well. And the colors are so dull on these thumbnails. The pirate thing. Ah, now that with a bare chest is kind of cool. Oh, see, here's, yeah, just a shirt. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff. Leather jacket like Leo. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Yeah, he's got cool stuff, man. Stylish dude. The street brawler. A fashionable street brawler. How does he afford new clothes all the time? Getting all torn up, I would think. Oh, yeah. Only costs $1 million to go shirtless. How about that? Pirate pants. See, how these pants, at least in the thumbnails, all look alike. That's not very helpful. But if you had the money, you could preview them on your model. Hey, I'm up to 336,000. Torn jeans, cool. Pink leather pants, all right. Pistol. Where's that? On his hip or his thigh? Combat quiver. Oh, that's different. Flamenco. Is that, how do you pronounce flamenco? Flamenco. That's how you pronounce it. Combat knife. Well, that's different. Those are the same. See, he doesn't have the ponytail. Oh wait, no, he does. He doesn't have the pigtail. Maybe that's what they meant. He doesn't have the pigtail for a male, whereas Leo did. think all these are the same across the characters, these hairstyles. Or at least maybe across males. Females, I don't know. Same stuff. Yeah, I guess this is just the way. Is that different? So he only has one glove thing. It's funny. Alright, well, Miguel's cool. So, last one to check today will be the next one. Come on. I'm not going to turn off the PlayStation 3 system. I always forget you have to go to offline mode. That's silly. Oh, that's where we wanted it. Okay, last up. Last new character to check out, Zafina. Who I did spend some time with in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 a month or two back. And she caught my attention there because Tekken Tag Tournament 2 has a problem where all the characters feel very samey, and Zafina had these really different just general animations, idle animations, and I thought I would try her, and maybe because she had such a radically different movement style that she would feel different when playing her and fighting with her, but she really didn't. They all just kind of, everybody just kind of hits the same in that game. But enough of that. Let's do her. I wonder how many costumes she has. Well, for now we'll just assume 2, so I will hit square button,
Get ready for the next
which
battle.
typically be her default costume, but you never know. Looks like it. They did a good job on her face.
Fight.
What? Yeah, her movement style is less radical here than it is than I remember it being in Tag Tournament 2, where she was really just all snaky and wobbly all over the place, which was cool. But then all her moves just kind of hit the same as every other character in Tag Tournament 2. So, see here, she feels like her own character. So far, I would say yes. Oh, that's cool. She's got a stance she goes into there. I don't know. I mean, sometimes stances really annoy me. Come on, Bob. I'm the sexy new character. You can't compete with this. That's a pretty good kick he did, though. Oh, right in the... Ooh. Sorry, Bob.
You win. Round 3.
But he gets right back up. What a trooper. See, now, for all I know, this is somebody I downloaded. The name is in yellow. I wasn't paying attention to the names that I was downloading. At least not for all of them.
You win.
Oh, there's a fireman back there. I had not noticed that
Get
before.
ready for the next battle.
Now, I'm pretty sure I did not see it. I did not download a PSN character named Shazza. But I could be wrong.
Round 1. Fight.
Cool. Let's see your throws. Left throw. Cool. Ow. Right throw. It seemed interesting. It was a little hard to tell from that angle. A lot of close clipping going on, but whoa, that was quite the recovery she does there. So yeah, I would say it's interesting because although she's not as radically, wow, that was cool, as radically animated in just her normal sort of idle pose as she is in Tag 2, she's certainly got a lot of interesting stances she goes into anyway, and she does feel a little more like her own actual fighting character when you're moving her around.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh. I like how she commits on that punch. Ooh. Oh. She feels like she's probably a little harder to use than Miguel.
Round 4. Fight.
It's just because she is not a brawler type, and she's not a sort of standard heavy hitter like Leo. She's kind of all over the place, so you would really have to get used to her different moves and different stances. But they do have their own not unintuitive feeling.
You win.
Oh wow. Was she speaking English? I couldn't make out what she said. Although at the very end it sounded like English, like you may live or something. Wow, Pink Dragunov. Cool.
Round 1.
That's pretty funny.
Fight.
That's a cool kick. Hi, piggies. Oh. That kick. Ah. Yeet. Finally got a launcher, so I mean that's just up forward right kick, which is kind of a standard. Oh, that was sweet. Oof, wow, what a sweep. What an animation anyway.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
I was thinking, this seems like this would be a really hard character to animate, but then again, maybe it's sort of easier in one sense that the moves are so exaggerated you don't have to worry about making them look realistic exactly, but maybe you do. I don't know. I'm not an animator. Oh man, that was a whole sequence of stance stuff. I love the black piggies. They're so cool looking. They've actually got little pink eyes. Or pink areas around the eye where you can see I guess the skin around the eye. It's kind of funny looking, but cool looking. Whoop! Ow! Ow! Oh, wow. Awkward camera. Forward, right punch. Okay, that works. Kind of weird camera, though. Well, down forward right kick is a launcher, like just about everybody has. Oh, hi, guy. That scared man just materialized. Look at that pig. Is that pig mad at those guys? Ow. Ow. Oh, sorry, piggy. What's funny is the pig His position does not reset in the replay, so the pig is already gone. The pig has time traveled to the future, and it's already scurried off. Whoa, that was weird.
Get ready for the next battle.
Lightning Wolf. Now that is not a PSN name.
Round one.
I don't think so. PSN names can't have spaces in them, can they? Whoops. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that. Oh yeah, you gonna strike a pose on me? Lightning Wolf. Whoops. Oh shoot, he sure is. Oh no. Arg. Kazuya. Wait, is this Kazuya? Who's a Jin? Isn't Jin the one with bangs? Ow. I think he is. I'm such a Tekken noob, I can't even tell Kazuya and Jin apart all the time. Oh, I'm getting ripped. Oh. That was not well done. Whoops. Oh, so she didn't do the move I wanted because she was in that stance. Whoa, another stance. So, yeah, if you don't know the stance, what to do from the stance that she goes into, well, I lost. So here's where we see... Yeah, see, all you have to continue... Oh, and that just kicks you back to character select anyway. Well, I'll hit the other button for another costume, so that's X button. But see, then you're just rematching Lightning Wolf, so you would have to back out back to the main menu to get a different opponent. If you're just like getting beaten repeatedly by Lightning Wolf, it's irritating. Unless they put in something here where it changes after a certain number of losses. Doesn't seem to do that in Dark Resurrection. Oh wow, this is a slinky costume. I like the shiny costume. Oh, jeez, I'm still getting butchered. See, this is where Zafina is more of a finesse character, and I'm definitely not a finesse player. Oh. Yeah. Was that electricity from me? Seemed like it was. Just petulantly kick the ground. Oop. No, couldn't have been from me, could it? Ow. Ow. Oh no, I screwed up. Ooh. That was horrible. Yeah, this is rough. You really have to know how her attacks go from stance to stance if you want to do stuff with her. She is definitely not just an easy character to start bashing away with like Leo and Miguel. Let's see, or who are the other new characters? Lars is pretty much a big basher. At least that's, you can use him like one. Bob, not exactly a basher, but I still didn't have much trouble just hitting stuff good with him. And then Alisa is she's sort of portrayed as a cutesy what would usually be more of a finesse character, or at least a speed character, not a heavy hitter, but she actually, they tried to play against type and be clever with her, so she pops out like chainsaws and jet boosts. And she actually does. I found her surprisingly. You didn't need to play her in a. Oh my gosh, in a finesse style way necessarily. You could kind of bash it out with her more than I would have thought I could do. So I was sort of pleased by that, since I'm a scrub. But Zafina here, definitely the most finesse feeling of the 6 new characters in 6. It's a lot of new characters, actually. Like, how many new characters did 5 come with? And then how many new characters did 7 start with? See, that skirt on her default costume is, from certain angles, it kind of balloons out a lot. When I was fighting with it, it seemed okay. Whoops. But then you switch to this costume, it definitely feels much more sleek without that larger bell of the skirt on the costume 1. It was a sudden crater. Of course I win. Thunderclap. That's an odd name for it. Zafina. Arg. Oh, you're gonna do a stance on. Whoa, man. Oh, she sure is. The alcohol spider on you. You. It does seem like Zafina might have more than her fair share of juggles. With some of the really flexible poses and things she goes into. It's interesting, this stage, when I think about this stage, it seems like a boring one. Is gray and militaristic, but when I'm actually fighting in it, it doesn't. It's more like just it does a good job of sort of a active feeling atmosphere going on around you with helicopters and explosions. Now, Mr. KO, I have fought a bunch, and I remembered Mr. KO, or I noticed him the first time I fought him in 6, or at least last time, because he's also in 5 Dark Resurrection, and he was in fact a character in 5 Dark Resurrection that I could not beat with, who was it? It was more a finesse type female character. Jeez, who was it? Oh, it was Christy. I could not beat him with Christy on medium difficulty in 5 Dark Resurrections Ghost Battle. He kept beating me, like, on the last hit of the last round. He would win. And, probably going to tell this story every single time I fight him, because what else am I going to talk about? But, I'll have to get a life. And then the next character I played after Christy in Dark Resurrection was Paul, and I happened to come up across Mr. KO with Paul, and Paul just ran him straight over. Yeah, so this is Kazuya, so that must have been Shin I was struggling with, who I lost to, because he had bangs. That's how I tell. Shin has bangs, Kazuya does not. Ow, ow! Oh, dang it. I nailed him, but he still won the exchange, or won the fight. Oh, shoot. So I'm going to lose to the two poster boys, or one's a former poster boy, I guess, Kazuya. Ah! Oh, that's actually a good mix-up kind of thing. Oh, no! What do we do? There we go. You go, girl. Get him. This costume looks like she works in this club. Oh, that was good. Unintentionally good spacing. Oh, shoot. Shag. Dang it. Oh, no. Oh, he just went into win mode. Except he doesn't see that coming. Oh, no. No, he's doing it. This is what Mr. KO does to me. No. See? Last hit, he just starts going nuts. And he gets the last hit in. I'm gonna have to repick my costume. And I hate you, Mr. KO.
Get ready for the next battle.
He's gonna do it again. Watch. This is what he does to the female characters I play with anyway.
This is a battle you won't walk away from.
Round one.
Oh, just block everything. Oh, jeez.
Round two. Fight.
Dang. Can't fool around against Mr. KO. Gotta maximize my damage. Ow. Okay.
Round three. Fight.
Oh, that was different. Shoot. Trying to go for a punch, simple punch combo did not bear fruit. I thought I had one, but well, he's got a better one anyway. Oh, the throw worked, thank goodness. I love her recovery. Look at how she stands back up after this. Collapse. Whoa, wow.
You win. Round four. Fight.
Not 100% sure that's even possible, but it looks cool. Ouch. See, he goes into win mode. Oh, I got a combo though. Alright. Oh, awkward. Awkward camera. Yeah, I beat Mr. KO.
You win.
Oh man, that is pretty
Get
great.
ready for the next battle.
I mean, I suppose they were inspired by Voldo. Here's Eliza, one of the other new characters, the android cutesy girl who pops chainsaws out on you. Voldo from Soul Calibur has crazy back-breaking crawling around animations. Voldo always freaked me out. I keep looking at Soul Calibur games, it's just videos, thinking, should I get into Soul Calibur, but then like I watched video of the latest Soul Calibur. What are they up to now? 6, 7, something like that. And the latest one has real piercing flashing effects on hits, and it actually gave me a photosensitive reaction. I had a sort of flare stuck in my vision, and had to take some painkillers so I wouldn't get a migraine and stuff. So that wasn't cool. So I'm probably not going to be playing that game. But the earlier Soul Caliburs, at least some of them aren't quite so bad, and I was able to watch more of them. And I mean, when the latest Soul Calibur first came out, I did watch video of it, and I was not inspired enough to get it. Although I think that was partly for photosensitive reasons. But back in the day, I mean, Soul Calibur was the game that, of course, sold me on Dreamcast, because it just looked amazing for the time.
Round 1. Fight.
Emmington, oh yeah, 007. Wait a second, is this the same guy, or is it a slightly different name? Oh, I don't remember. Ow. That's a heck of a costume our secret agent man has. And Soul Calibur also just, you know, had the sort of bombastic announcer, and not bombastic exactly, I guess, but, you know, the soul still burns and all this stuff. I mean, it's just pretty good, and it stood out. And it had a certain style to it. It's sort of a epic style, I guess you would say. Sort of dramatic presentation. And then I got Soul Calibur 2 when it came out, probably on GameCube or something. You know, and it was obviously higher resolution, or maybe it wasn't even higher resolution. But anyway, more detailed character models, and so I thought, oh man, this is going to be, you know, even more amazing than Soul Calibur 1 was, and certainly from a purely poly count point of view, I'm sure it was, but I just didn't like the way the series went with 2. They started, like, you started getting all these colored flash effects, different colors flash effects with different characters every time they would swipe their weapon, and just they kind of went with a more everything just was sort of what am I trying to say here, just sort of bright colors, and it just got kind of goofy looking, sort of a, it's had colored light effects everywhere, and I don't know, it lost the sort of dramatic quality in favor of kind of a more colored, you know, it was almost like they were going for a younger audience. It started to feel more cartoonish, not necessarily in terms of how the characters looked, but just in the general presentation, like it was being more made for a younger or potentially wider audience, including younger audience. I don't know, a more general audience, shall we say, which, you know, that's a smart move, I suppose, but I don't know, if other people were like me, it probably lost a fair chunk of the more slightly hardcore fighting game crowd who want a certain kind of hardcore action. I'm not saying it has to be like Mortal Kombat, but you know, give us a little feeling of stakes and drama and life and death.
You win.
And I don't know, Soul Calibur with 2 kind of went away from that. It seemed to me. Uh-oh, my alarm's going off.
How long can you stand my attacks?
Round 1.
All right, hang on just a sec. Okay, crisis averted. Probably happens to me nearly every Friday. Because I stay up too late. Well, let's do this fight. Oh, we get to fight Lily. And then go check out Zafina's customization options. Whoop. Of course, Lily was the pretty young thing in Tekken 5. Now she's fighting the new model, Tekken 6. Oh. Although, maybe you would make a case that's more Aliza. It's the cutesy anime girl who pops chainsaws out of her wrists. Idle. Oops. Whoop. Oh, dang it. No, I will beat you. Dang it.
You lose.
Oh.
Round 3.
Okay.
Fight.
Dang it. She's only 7Q. No. Oh, the sweeps. Oh. Oh, no. Phew.
Round 4.
Oh, Lily's kind of hard hitting me. Ah, jeez. Oh, nice juggle, too. Ah, God. Wow. Ah. Jeez. Stupid. Scarlet friggin'. So I'm definitely having a harder time with Zafina than I was as Miguel or Leo.
Zafina. Get ready for the next battle.
Was I saying her name wrong this whole time? I can't quite be sure that I've wrapped my head around her name all the time.
I warned you.
Round 1. Fight.
I've never met a Zafina before. Okay. Come on, can Ryu R&D. Dang it.
You round 2. Fight.
Oh, that was a nice crumple. Whoa. Watch this pose. Wait. There.
You win.
Yeah.
Round 3.
Throw a little tantrum. Go all snake lady on you. Oh shoot, I went for it and it didn't work. Dog. Oh, there's a different launcher. Shoot. Oh, I keep missing that launcher the same way. What? Okay, I think I actually hit it there, but she was KO'd, so... Alright, well, I beat her. Oh my gosh. I'm never gonna get used to that win animation. It's not natural, I tell you. Okay, profile, customize. Do you see? There she is. It's Yodelin time. Oh, she has a third model that I did not fight with. Holy cats. Ah, yeah, this is one that is not customizable. Well, let's look at her other stuff and then go fight with that one real quick. So probably the only thing you can do... Oh, you can't even change colors on this baby. Oh, gosh darned. So wait, what is the aura? Oh yeah, it's just this. 10 million? 7 million? What was... Wow. Arabian hair, okay. Cleopatra hair, no. Safari hat. Pigtails. It's kind of a cool mask. And just about everybody has this blue bandana thing. Well, some of those are alright. So at least these are closer up and you can almost see what the glasses look like. Those are stereotypical. Huh, I wonder... I think I saw something like this for her in Tag Tournament 2. Well, yeah, mostly stereotypical stuff except for the dress shirt. Or the sleeveless shirt, I guess. Corsage. Yeah, they're definitely trying to fit her into a certain mold. Yeah, I think for in Tag Tournament, I basically had to... I didn't want to give her a stereotypical quote-unquote Egyptian thing or something, so I just gave her a dress shirt and pants. And she can have a polearm on her back and Chinese swords on her hip. Or a scimitar, there, that's different. Jeez. Well, there you go. Alright, so... Oh, wait. No, don't get ahead of myself. Let's make sure... I think once I check this, I will give up on different... costumes having different options, because so far none of these have. So there doesn't seem like there's much need to check. I'm sure people are shouting at me, no, stupid, you don't have to check. They're all the same for each character. Well, maybe some aren't, and I'm just overlooking it totally. Like, were these Arabian bottoms on the previous one? and actually the other one had one more thing here. So they are different sometimes. Oh, the yodeling. No, it did have those. Alright, well, but it did have 3 things here, whereas the other one does not have the no earrings thing. So that's one difference. Hooray! Okay, let's go play in the 3P model, as it's weirdly called. Why does it take so long to save? Oh, but first I have to find out what secret key activates it, so what would the first key? I should check the circle or triangle. Let's do circle.
Zafina.
Nope.
Get ready for the next battle.
Not circle. So I wonder if that figures. I wonder if it's usually triangle. Triangle being higher up on the default pad and being a punch button. How do you? Why doesn't it have a? I just want to go back to character select. Why isn't there a character select? Arg. Why does it go back to Marduk? Arg. Okay, so it was not circle, so triangle?
Zafina.
There we go.
Get ready for the next battle.
I'm ready. My body's ready. Hey, it's Fisherman again. That's Eddie, yeah. So I wonder how many oh, the awkward shoulders. What's that? How many ghosts there really are here? Of course, there could be like a ton of high rank ones, I guess, but who knows? Oh, but I don't think I've seen any of the ones I downloaded, and I think those should show up here. I think I did originally. Saw at least one that I downloaded back when I first played the game. Well, this is definitely an interesting costume. Too bad you can't even change the colors on it. Customize it a little. Sort of a makes me think of a Mardi Gras costume or something. Not that I've been to Mardi Gras or know anything about it.
You win. Round 3. Fight.
Whoops. Ooh. Oh wow. That unexpected wall juggle on the invisible wall at the edge of the stage.
You win.
I'll admit I want to see what it looks like when she crawls off spider style in this costume. Is that so wrong? Oh, shall you?
Round 1. Fight.
I'm not sure I approve of shiny green and magenta together, or whatever you would call that other color. suppose it's a cultural appreciation that I lack. Or not. Maybe it's just two bad colors. Or in combination. I don't know. I'll shut up about that. Ooh. Oh, nuts. Gosh, she's hard to see from the back in this costume on this stage. At least that's my excuse. Oh, no. Shit, got lucky. Oh. What am I doing? Just a bunch of sloppy, awkward. Okay. Oh, I don't think I saw her do that before.
Get ready for the next battle.
I still can't really understand what she says in her win quotes.
Round one.
What the heck? Is that Yoshimitsu? Must be. Yoshimitsu is so weird. Couldn't really be anybody else, I guess. He just looks like a pile of garbage. He looks like that sort of Lion Man bad guy from Power Rangers, you know, who's in the, like, he's a blue Lion Man in golden armor. I don't remember his name. Anyway, it looks like that, except raggedy. I don't like the lightning flashes on this stage. Oh, fighting games and your lightning flash stages. Ha. Okay, just do your spider walk. Do it. There you go. There's some slowdown there.
Get ready for the next battle.
Shonan with I don't know. I was distracted. Oh no. Green Mokujin. Well, that's different. So Mokujin I don't like fighting because he or she just changes to a different random fighting style each round. Ugh. Whatever fighting style that was not a good one. So if I have my druthers in 5, I will not unlock Mokujin. Although that wouldn't matter for Ghost Battle or Arcade Battle, as it's called in 5. Oh, it's well, there goes 55% of my health. Wait, who does that? It's oh, of course they switched style now in the new round. But that is... I know I was getting hit by that a week or two ago. Can't remember who it was now. Oh, wait, is it Jin? I'm muttering to myself, I know.
Round 3.
And that'll be a different style. Yeah. Different stance anyhow. See, but I'm such a Tekken dork. Tekken unqualified know nothing that I don't know what character it is. Somebody who was not hard to defeat. Yeah, this costume's cool.
Get ready for the next battle.
Sumo Momo. Well, I guess we know who that must be. Even I know that. No, it's not. Well, it's not Ganryu, who is the sumo wrestler. It's Leo, who is not a sumo wrestler. So I don't know what Sumo Momo is a reference to exactly. Kind of like that blue and green color combo Sumo Momo went with there. Not the white gloves though. Should have done something better there. Yep.
You win. Round 3.
Finally trying these back direction moves. Ooh. Crossover moves. Whoa. That was like left punch, right kick. Oh. Bow, bow, bow. Bang. So yeah, Zafina's cool. Trickier for me to use than Leo and Miguel.
Get
Oh
ready
shoot,
for the
I
next
just keep
battle.
getting distracted by her wind poses. Darn you, Zafina. I meant to quit. I mean, you can quit at any time.
Round 1.
It's a promotion match, but I don't need to fight that. Oh, here comes the yodeling. So yeah, that was the other half of the new characters in Tekken 6. That was Leo, Miguel, and Zafina. Again, three characters who were a heck of a lot of fun to play. Leo, just good at punching people. Miguel, also good at punching people. Took me a little more work to get into his groove, but that worked out. Got cool throw animations. And then Zafina, found her to be trickier. She's got stances. You actually have to remember stuff. But she's cool too, and she definitely feels different. Like she feels like she hits different from other characters, unlike her versions in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 and Tekken 7, the later Tekken games, where to me all the characters kind of feel like they hit the same. Not so here, so that's good. Alright, so what am I going to play next? Well, hopefully Tekken 5 for PS2 will magically show up only one day late on my doorstep here tomorrow, Saturday. Seeing as how, though, it has not even showed up in the neighboring city, where stuff tends to arrive before it comes to this smaller city, it will probably not get here tomorrow. So I'll have to come up with some other game to play tomorrow night. I can't even really think right now. Well, I was thinking about... Okay, so let's think about games I want to get in before... If I had a week before Tekken 5 actually showed up. I would want to get in some Tekken... Before Tekken 5 shows up. I want to get in some Tekken 4. I would want to get in some Virtua Fighter 5. I might want to get in some Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, since I just resurrected that game recently. Also probably want to get in some more Fighting EX layer since I just bought that game on PS4. It's on sale on PS4 at the moment for $7.99, which is a pretty good deal. Fun game, seems like. I still want to do some Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So that's, what am I up to there? 6? I don't know. That's a pretty good chunk of games so far. So yeah, I have stuff to play. That's not going to be a problem. So more fun in games with fighting games, even if Tekken 5 is not going to show up immediately, which will just make me sad. Just a little bit of sad for the next however long it takes to get here. But I'll persevere. I'm sure. I'll just cry myself to sleep every night, hugging my copy of Tekken 4. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll manage. So that's all the yodeling for now. And Tekken 6, I have checked out the 6 newcomers, and they are cool. So I'm pretty stoked about Tekken 6 overall, and Ghost Battle's really fun. It's going to take a lot of grinding to be able to buy any kind of items to customize characters with. But oh well. No biggie. I mean, it's a little bit of a biggie. It's kind of a bummer, actually. They got a little carried away with the prices. It's kind of like they only wanted you to play one character and just customize one character. Like, you know, you can play 40 hours and you only be able to afford to customize one character or something. I don't know. So either that or maybe you get way more money for fighting online, and that was how they were trying to get you to play online. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to play online. Can't make me play online, Namco. For one thing, I don't. My apartment building only has Wi-Fi. It's fast Wi-Fi, but it's still got the problems Wi-Fi has, so not great for playing online fighting games. And I just don't like it's inconvenient. When I play a game, I want to chill. I want to do stuff at my rate. I don't want to have to be sitting around trying to find people. Nah, who needs that? Anyhow, these sheep I've got to start counting. So I'm gonna go try to get to sleep. You do what you do, I'm sure, and thanks for making a little of what you did watching my silly video, and I hope you got some sort of enjoyment out of it and are not just sad and depressed now. No, you should be happy. Be happy. Alright, well, I'm going. I'm sorry. Bye-bye.